Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Risk of Resources Loadout Race of the Week. I am Race, and I'm here with Disputed. Hello.
Hello. Good to be
Nice.
here.
So we have a team loadout race for you guys this week. I love the team loadout races. Everyone's always in a better mood. There's less personal struggle. There's more shared pain. So I'm excited. Let's go check
I
out
am
the
too.
loadouts today.
I don't think I've ever casted one of these.
Surely you have, right?
We haven't done that many.
That's insane. There's no way. All right, if you say so. All right, so for lowest today we have Commando with Slide, Phase Blast, and Suppressive Fire, which is kind of interesting. We
Yeah.
have Retool with Nail Gun, Scrap Launcher. We've had a lot of Scrap Launcher multis lately, actually. This has been kind of a common theme for us as of late, which,
At least it's retool. I mean, you can rely on your nail gun pretty heavily. And Scrap Launcher isn't bad. It's
no.
just not optimal, I would say.
And I don't think a lot of people practice it either. I think it's one of those ones that just like, nah, I mean, it could be Saw, so like, at least you have some range in
Yeah.
the kit. Um,
Multi is one of the hardest characters to practice just because there are so many different loadout variations, like
it's
twice as
crazy.
many as every other character.
Yeah. Especially with power mode as well. Because with retool, you can just be like, okay, I just have these two weapons and it's not a big deal. With power mode, it's like, okay, I have this weapon first, and that's a huge deal. Which just like opens the door for just so many. And you're just like, brother.
Yeah.
We have Lights Out Blast Bandit. This is the opposite of the bandit I like to use. Just throwing that out there. But I think the races should be fine with it. And then we have a Thunder Punch Loader, which we've just been getting a lot of Thunder Punch Loaders lately. We can't escape it for
uh,
some reason.
at least it's not slam.
That is true, actually. If it is Slam, we have to. Well, there is a mod for it now, by the way. It's called Under Slam, I believe. So if you're a Thunder Slam enjoyer and you play this game, make sure you don't blow out your own ears by playing it vanilla. So
I mean, we don't get game audio in the cast, so it doesn't affect us.
true. Just fuck them. um, I think okay. Everyone is live now. Good. Actually, I just need to say, make sure you get your bingo sheets in now. The sooner you get your bingo sheets ready, the more bingos you'll get. Surely. Destination point bingo. Get your sheets going. It's one of the most fun parts of the stream. So,
Yeah,
all
bingo's great
right,
fun.
and we're about to start in a minute. Can you go in and make sure that K is using red team skin? They're on a red team.
Okay.
I will yell at them if they don't. All right, we're about ready. I think these teams are also pretty good. It's gonna be should be a high level one today too. I'm excited. All right, nice. Let's go over to the loadout view. Uh-oh. Shit. Can you tell the... Never mind. Hold on. I'll figure it out in a second, surely. I'm
Uh,
I'm gonna
what's up?
miss nothing. I'm gonna miss the first like 2 seconds because I have to do something real fast.
Yeah, I got ads. Hold on, one sec. Okay. So there's a void cradle right off the bat. I don't. Well, let's see. In fact, you did hit it, and it is Wungus. So Reddy's probably going to go for that. It looks like Red Team is not doing that yet. It's
Okay.
a little bit risky on Commando to immediately do that
There
because
we go.
regen in Eclipse is pretty bad. So unless it's like safer spaces or something, worth it. In this case, Wungus is worth it because you can just regen all that health, but they don't
Mhm.
know that yet.
Oh,
So if it
as
was something like Lost Seers, that would be, kinda hard for the teleporter later on.
true. I wanna go over real quick the co-op nature of what we're doing today as well. For anyone who hasn't seen a team race, we have red team on the left, a blue team on the right, and they can communicate together via Discord. They're in a call right now. If you're in the Risk of Resources Discord server, you can even see them in there. They're communicating. They're going to be sharing as much as they can to try to get as much information to their teammate as possible. They are going to be sharing their point score at the end, and the team with the most points at the end wins. So you still want to get in first. Preferably, you and your teammate want to get first and second. That is like the ideal. But if you do mess up, you do have your teammate there to either kind of take the lead for the loadout or kind of give you some info that can get you back in the game. And no, there are no
Mhm.
bonus points either, because if we had bonus points, it would encourage this really weird meta kind of gameplay where you are in first place and you just finish, right? Let's say Disputed just finishes before me. And I'm like, maybe I should wait because like maybe I could wait a minute. I'm behind a little bit and maybe if the other team doesn't go in, we'll get a bonus point for it. It's a little weird. So no bonus points, just do your best and
Mm,
support the team as best you can.
that makes sense. One thing about team races, though, is we are a little bit more susceptible to ties.
Yes. Which at the end of the day isn't a big deal because of the way that tiebreakers work. The the person who wins the tiebreaker will just win it for their team. Um, so whoever gets in first. So there will be no like sixth, seventh, eighth loadout on
That'd be so
forever.
funny.
I mean, it could. We could have like a fucking 12 inning game if we wanted, but you know,
I
we
remember a while back, there was a game of CS:GO that went on to be like 42, 43, and it's only
Jesus,
supposed to go 16 rounds, but then if you tie, you have to keep playing, and they just kept going back and forth.
that's so funny.
We'd have like a 17-hour loadout race.
I mean, it's possible, yeah, because especially like because you can get the same amount of points per loadout, and let's say everyone was perfectly consistent, right? Like if one person is first every time, and then their teammates always like last, and the other team gets like second and third every time, it would just be like just keep going, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah. Also, this stage one is actually pretty good. We have Uke from the teleporter, a little bit of bleed. We have crit and sticky bomb. It looks like we're already getting a little bit, tiny bit of a proc chain going. It's
There's
not anywhere
actually
yet, but yeah.
there's actually 2 ukes on this stage.
Oh shit, nice.
Reddy found one before the teleporter.
And it looks like Faku is gonna go back and try to get his hands on that as well. Maybe Faku's definitely
Yeah.
going back for something, and Faku does not go back for no reason. Usually at this point, I would guess that Faku would have left. This is
Mm.
why it's so powerful to have a teammate, right? Because you can, let's say me and Disputer were on a team, and I take the left side of the map and he takes the right, and then we both do the teleporter after. We can talk about it and be like, okay, did I miss anything on your side of the map? And if he's like, yeah, you missed the drone man, dude, I'd be like, oh, okay, I'll go back and actually loot it. And if he says, nah, there was nothing on my side, I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna leave then. But you missed like this ATG, and he'd be like, okay, I'll go back for it. So
Mm.
saw these like
Bit
strats on that. Hmm?
bit of an interesting decision here. I'm noticing red team in that multi-shop, it had both an energy drink and a tri-tip. Red team opted to get the energy drink. Well, it looks like Faku got the bleed, and I'm wondering what Ruddy will do here.
He got the
I
bleed as
imagine
well. Look at
also
that.
the bleed, yeah.
I'm actually surprised that red team took the energy drink there. I would have thought that the bleed would have been the right call. Kind of getting the damage for commando. It's kind of like the better speed kind of for the run,
That's
but
true.
maybe they're just
Speed is
trying to
important
go as
too.
I mean, obviously it's very very important, but in this case, I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, no one picked necessarily wrong, but
I do know that, speed is a lot more important, just like, I mean, it sounds obvious, it's more important for going fast than damage, a lot of the time, I feel. Like, that's one thing I learned from doing speedruns is most of the time, you benefit from taking the speed item instead of damage. Overall, it across the entire run, 25% more movement speed. It's gonna add up.
yeah, especially just like when you're moving around the stage just to leave or just on the moon, right? Like we talk about the moon a lot, but like there's so much travel time on the moon. Thank you, chat. Appreciate it.
Yeah, and you're playing Commando, a character who may have to do pillars. It's good to be prepared for that. We got some gas and a multi-shop. It looks like everybody's found that.
This is a very AoE heavy kind of build, actually, which is good because with Commando, you don't really have a lot of inherent AoE. You have phase round and grenades for AoE usually. We don't have those in this build. And so it kind of means if you don't have like gas or uke or whatever, you have to individually shoot every single enemy. And with Commando's damage, that's a lot. And that could take up a lot of extra time. AoE is such a time solver, really.
Yeah, especially in the early game, like having a
Oh yeah.
gas stage 1 and 2 helps so much. And on Commando, if you're fighting a Beetle Queen like they are right now,
Dude,
gasoline is so
I
huge.
I need to point out what Zinc just did because that was so sick. Um Bottom left, he has the blast shower, right? And the Beetle Queen spat in his face and he blast showered the whole shotgun away before it hit him. Now, he was jumping, so it wouldn't have done damage anyway, but it was kind of just like such a, I don't know, just like this sick style move, man.
It's very quick.
As a reminder, Blast Shower is a lot better than I think a lot of people think it is. It can delete any projectile, just like Captain's Microbots. You just have to time it and use it well. It can also reset safer spaces, bans. It can delete overloading orbs on your body, cleanse all debuffs. It's pretty cool, man. You can delete all of Pizza if you stand on Mithrix while he's doing it and just zap it away. Also, I want to point this out as well. Red team and blue team, they both have one person with the radar scanner. Do you think that's on purpose?
Mm.
Like, hey, I'm gonna be the radar scanner person. I'm gonna tell you what's on the map real quick, and then
Oh,
maybe
I think that's smart.
that's pretty cool, actually.
It they'd have to get their callouts down pretty well.
That is the challenge of it. Yeah,
Gore's Tome in a chest. They actually have 2 Gore's Tome. There's one was that from the teleporter? That's gonna be a
must
huge
have
time
been.
save.
Yeah. Let's see. Ready doing the adaptive chest. There's a lot of good options there. The AP rounds that came up for 3 times in a row. There was speed. He's really looking for something. He might have been trying to go for that band. He was going for the crit and he got it. That was impressive. But so he's probably telling Faku, hey, there was nothing too great later. Maybe go for the AP rounds of the speed. And Faku goes right for the speed.
Yeah. I might have gone for the Gome at the very beginning,
Yeah. It's really
but,
like
Baku's finding
it's really cool to scout an adaptive chest too, because like let's say I did find like a drone man pretty late in there. I mean, if you know there's a drone man coming, I mean you have way better odds of actually pulling it out, right? Just like
Mhm.
so. That was a good team sacrifice on Ruddy's in there. Just try to pull something he can out at the end and see if there's anything good for his teammate.
And look at that.
There's a
Faku, Zinc, and Ruddy all getting to stage 3 at pretty much the same time.
there's a Gorst Home printer on stage 3, and there's also a Tentabobble Void Cradle as well.
Ooh,
There's also a Scrapper, which we see Zinc actually scrapping, which is very out of character, it feels like, at the moment. But he's going right for the Gorst Home. He's just like, hey, I didn't need the harpoon. I just want as much money as possible. And I don't want to lose the Ukes here. So I think everyone should
Smart.
probably do something like that. There's another tri-tip on the stage as well, which means that blue team is getting a lot of extra value there.
Yeah. Even if red team finds that, they're not really going to be able to stack effectively. Blue team is getting to the threshold where they can actually start getting bleed stacks.
Yeah. There's another Yukon Shrine on the stage as well. Kay just found it in the upper part of the map. Where is that now? It's a leaching seed printer that's looking off of the map. That if you print into it, it just throw it off. It's
Beautiful.
my favorite.
Get Hopu'd.
I mean, if you print into a leaching seed printer, you might as well just be throwing off an item anyway, right? So at that point, unless you're
Regen scrap.
really desperate. Like,
Ooh.
mm.
There were 2 tri-tips on the stage. I think
Oh,
has 2 daggers
interesting.
right now.
Okay, beautiful. So that means blue team if they yeah, Ready has three. So
Yeah,
there's also a equipment try shop. I
nice.
didn't see what was in it. I think there was a question mark though, so it probably would be in uh both teams' interest to have someone buy that. And that's the other thing too. Like with when you're playing by yourself, right? You might think, man, I have to put in all this money into the shrine, or I just have to accept that like I'm just not getting whatever I get out of it, and if someone else gets the good god item, whatever. But as a teammate, I can be like, hey, I'm gonna try to get what's out of the shrine or something. I know you told me that in these specific chests there weren't anything too good, so I'm gonna try to scout this thing or that thing. Scouting is just like there's so many ways you can scout for your teammate in like so many different ways. And so many of them are economy based and not just like I'm gonna look over here,
Mhm.
which is really interesting.
We got a fuel cell from the teleporter.
So far not anything too good to use it on, but there's that try shop, so we'll see if they can pull out something.
Blue team actually pulling ahead here a little bit. Faku started that teleporter before anybody else.
You think it's the extra bleed that blue team is starting to get? I mean, with Ready? Well, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I
Faku's doesn't have it yet, but
Ruddy found that while uh Faku was doing teleporter, so I imagine Faku is gonna go back.
mhm. I hope so. That's a big pickup. Faku's going back right now. He's just. Oh, let's see what's in that try shop. It is a capacitor, really good, and it that was on the question mark that was closest to the cave entrance. There was another question mark that kind of looks towards where the newt spawn is. So
Hmm.
we'll see if someone pulls something else. Ruddy might go over there and
Dropping
be like, "Oh, which question mark did we get?" You know,
dropping
but
the radar scanner.
yeah, the they don't have any bands yet though, so we'll see. Okay, so in the other one is a cube, primordial cube, and the other question
Ooh,
mark. So in this case, red team K might or Zinc might be like, hey, K, pick the other one because the cube isn't like super good here. We already have a decent amount of AoE, which would be okay, but we already have Tentabobble on the map. Probably won't need it.
or he might just tell him, "Don't even bother with that." It's a big money sink if he wants to get something else on the stage.
Yeah, maybe. There's so many options, and Faku is already out. Getting the extra bleed. Let's see what Ruddy picks. Pick the right one. Good. Nice. And blue team's going out to stage 4. We have a lot of Abyssal today as well, which is kind
Yeah,
on the racers a little bit.
we have a lot of sulfur pools too, though. And
Yeah,
K did get the capacitor.
good. Good. With how important comments are, it's hard to turn your back on them, but it just depends like if there's something else that's so good, but
Still no pillar skip.
not yet. Looks like Faku is eyeing this teleporter pretty much immediately. We'll see
Yeah,
if he
well,
goes
with
for
the
it.
double Gore's tome,
Oh, true. Yeah, yeah.
I think you're smart too.
And there is a sticky bomb printer on stage 4 that red team looks like they're going into. Specifically, K is just to get a few. That was kind of risky though. I didn't see that if he scrapped or not. I don't think he did. But he had a lot of bleed that he could have lost there.
I think he had scrap there.
Okay, good.
They did miss a hoof on the last stage, red team.
Mm, that's a little bit unfortunate.
Actually, it looks like Ruddy missed it too. Oh no, that was from the adaptive chest. Never mind.
Okay. The boss here is kind of scary if all you have is like sprint speed with commando. You gotta find a way to get your shots in.
Oh,
Faku is
Cube
done though,
actually
and a
huge
feather.
here.
Cube is really good here. Sync is having a much easier time with this boss than some of the other guys. But he is playing it really risky, in my opinion. Things are whizzing by his head.
Yeah. Looks like he's got it though.
Mm. The feather drop here is massive, though. This is going to be the thing they need to just have like a pretty free Mithrix fight.
Mm.
So,
Speaking of Mithrix, we are stage 4. Still no pillar skip.
I mean, pillars look fun on this build for sure.
I hate doing
Mm.
pillars as commando.
You
So
like doing
awful.
pillars with anyone else by chance?
With some of them, it's easier. Loader.
You do pillars with loader?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair.
I didn't learn my tech.
Uh, the using your grapple tech, it's hard, man.
Yeah.
So this because everyone started the TP pretty much right away, and they're relying on Gore's tome to kind of get them the money they need. This is actually a little bit of an RNG situation that everyone kind of put themselves in. Because yes, it is good to start the TP and just kind of hope the Gore's tome will give you what you need to get everything. But it is a just percent chance that you'll get the drops or not. Um, so we'll see, like maybe someone else gets really unlucky and doesn't get enough
Yeah.
money for everything. I mean, look at Zinc right now with $4,000, and K only has 1,500. K hasn't picked up all his gross homes drops yet, naturally, but there is a difference already. It looks like Zinc's going for the legendary chest to scout for his teammates an alien head, which I don't think K is going to go for either. So,
Yeah. I'd be surprised.
and I love seeing Gore's tome value though. It's so good. There's another reminder as well. When you're doing the teleporter event, the enemies actually don't give you as much money. Uh, the enemies that spawn for the teleporter event. But if you have Gore's Tome or pennies, they actually give you full value. So it's the the value of like a Gore's Tome or pennies during the teleporter goes up so much.
Hmm.
We
I
have
mean,
another Uke
every
on the stage
little
as well.
piece of gold you find on the ground is equivalent to a chest.
Yeah. And is pennies like 1/8 of a chest, if I remember? Like it's a percentage of a chest. I don't remember what percentage it
Yeah.
is though.
But it's a little bit misleading too, because like bleeds get you a lot. Wisps hit
Yeah.
3 times.
There is an adaptive on stage 4. Red team is going for it. K is going for it, even though Zinc has left, so he's just gonna get something for himself here. Oh, there was a vase in it.
Hmm.
It's tough. The thing is, though, with this loadout, how much do you want a vase over a the capacitor? It depends how long the Mythics fight goes for. I think in usually by default, everyone would say, "Hey, I want the vase." Actually, um,
Oh,
and
look, there's
there's
one
a
in a multi shop
yeah down
on
below.
stage
So
5.
everyone actually gets this choice. Zinc is gonna take the vase, obviously, because Zinc has the cube.
Oh,
But everyone else, oh, there's a poly loot, which all of those ukes coming in on the whole run, dude. This is, I think now we have the damage. I think base it is,
ooh. These elders are really scary on Faku here.
and Zinc's going right for TP. The poly loot drop right next to TP as well. Everyone should find it. That's good. Double
Yeah,
seed though is
hopefully.
kind of annoying. Luckily, the
Couldn't
Polyloot
find
is
it.
outside of the seed, so
Oh my god. Faku almost got deleted by that cup. It spawned right on top of him.
Sync is hopefully trying not to take too much fall damage here. He got thrown off the map by the grandparent. The grandparent's kind of not a fun thing for him right now. He's getting shot from the bells and stuff too, and now the void enemies are coming in. The void gup is here on the teleporter. That's really not good.
Yeah.
And blue team
There's
just
so many
found
voids.
their polyloot as well.
Oh, good. Oh, there's a
Z-
gun in there too.
oh god,
They're going for the
Zinc.
base though.
Zinc is in a
They're
really tough spot. He has to stay right underneath this teleporter prong, and if anything hits him, he made it through. Luckily, nothing was
actually
able to get close enough to him.
actually keeping that grandparent alive for a little bit was kind of good because it was clearing out the voids. We have a double void seed here.
Yeah,
And did Ruddy? He hit it without getting the polyloot.
it was Faku that got the polyloot after race started. Oh no, Faku has a lot of void touch on him, dude. I don't know how he lived that. Good job though.
There are
Uh oh.
still
Oh
a bunch of
jeez.
elders on the map. You can see him coming up on Faku here.
This is a tough
Oh,
teleporter, man. Everyone who's started this teleporter early, man, they have to deal with
well,
all of the void that's coming in after him. Oh, look at that. Faku
in a way,
bullrugged it.
well, so what blue team was doing is it looked like they were kind of trying to take out the elders, but I actually think red team did it better because,
Just use
well,
the
first of all, I
grandparent.
think they got kind of lucky because if it was like Solus probes or Z construct, they'd be kind of fucked because they'd still have to deal with the elders. But in this case, it's kind of taking out them.
Mm-hmm.
Although K did just annihilate that grandparent. I guess with 4 polyloots, you can kind of do whatever you want.
Probably would help a little bit, I'd say.
This is a
Yeah.
close one.
Red team done with TP. They're just kind of looting the rest of the map. It looks like, oh man, Sync is green a little bit, just like around this void touch elder. Please stop, dude. Jeez, okay. Holy hell. Looks like Zinc is out on his way to the moon. This should be a pretty breezy fight with so many polyloots and just fuel cell vase just all the way up. Easy peasy.
Already getting another polyloot.
The thing is, Faku hasn't gotten the vase yet. So he's gonna
He
have
is
to
not.
either. I think it was actually fine to use the capacitor for the TP though, just to make sure that you can just snipe anything that was a problem, like one of the elders, if it was coming to TP or something like that. But he's gonna have to waste a little time in going back for where the vase was.
And Ruddy is out.
All right, Sync already starting the fight.
Ruddy's right behind him though.
That was close. Faku has to travel so far with so little movement speed to get the vase, though. At least he'll save time in TPing back to the teleporter, but
I mean, K is still charging. I don't know. Do you
yes,
use your base here or do you save it for the moon?
I could probably use it here, just because that's a lot of time you're spending.
It is. Let's see what K does. Looks like K is just leaving.
Okay, had the
Yeah.
vase as well. I mean, with the polyloots in hand and stuff, there's really nothing much else that you kind of want here. Unless, like, if you knew something was there, you might go for it, but just blind luck gambling on some random chests or that the stage probably didn't even have that much because of the double seed anyway, so
This is close.
it was really
Honestly, I think
close,
red
man.
team has the advantage here just because they got there a little bit earlier. I'm looking at their builds and I'm not seeing a huge difference.
It's just gonna be how they play it. How much they could keep bleed stacks up is gonna be a huge one. The
I mean,
so and
whoa.
we'll see.
Zinc has 3 armor piercing rounds.
How much
It's like
does
everybody
everyone
else
else
has
have?
1.
Sync has a lot of damage. Then it's very very good.
is missing a dagger, though. Blue team has an extra dagger.
We'll see if that matters. It depends how high they can get the bleed stack. If they can't get it too high, that doesn't really matter that much.
And K did print stickies.
He did. I mean, nothing to chain them off really well, though. Um, it's hard to get a sticky bomb proc with Polyloop because of the low proc coefficient, and by itself, it's not going to multiply too much damage on just the M1. Though with a crit proc, it would be really good, actually. I mean, it's not that it's bad, it's just... Oh god. Stink is getting slapped around a
Faku and
bit, but
K
uh,
are really close right now.
everyone's close, dude.
Ruddy and Zinc have been about the same amount apart. I think Ruddy's losing maybe a little bit of time here.
Somewhere,
Zinc
somehow.
had
Maybe
a
just the
quicker
AP
phase too.
rounds. At this rate, we're just gonna have to bring everyone in at the same time afterwards. Everyone's doing so well.
Yeah.
This
K
is why
done
the
with phase one.
feather is so good, by the way. I mean, even looking at just what Zink is doing, he's just jumping when he needs to, and he's just holding M1 on Mithrix the entire time. If you didn't have the feather, you'd have to turn away to dodge a
Hmm.
lot. So in this case, like with Commando, feather is really a damage sustain item. And he's
Good
just
use of
going
the war banner too.
right for the kill right now. And Zink is in phase 4.
He had a war banner that dropped mid fight. That helped a little bit. Honestly, kind of offsets the bleed difference too. K pulling ahead of Faku here.
Zink having full faith that he'd get to orbs and not moving at all in phase 4. That confidence. He's using a vase there just to dodge a little bit. He knows he doesn't need another vase to get to the ship because he has the fuel cell. And Zink is done. Very, very good time. I don't think there's a way to skip phase 4 here. I don't think so. So, oh god, Ruddy's scaring me. Went back over that pizza line. The
Get a missile drone
golems.
to shoot.
Yeah, I guess.
Didn't we
Ruddy
see that one
is.
time?
I think that was a guess, but I don't think that was the way it was skipped. Let's see how Ruddy does phase
Ruddy onto
4.
phase 4. Oh, it's kind of close between K and Faku again.
It is really close. They have like the same health bar, man.
But this is where the extra bleed stack really comes in handy because during pizza you can get a lot of bleed stacks off. In phase 1, he jumps a lot more,
Mm-hmm.
so it's not as worth. But definitely in phase 3, the bleed can be super good.
All right, good job. Ruddy getting second so far. That was really close.
Yeah, Faku's catching up.
I don't know which team's gonna win the first loadout. Very competitive times. It looks like blue team is pulling ahead a bit though, but their times are a little bit different.
Yeah,
So
I don't know.
it's gonna come down to the tiny little micro optimizations here, and it looks like mm,
Oh, they
Fuck is
finished like
slightly
at the same
ahead
time. Yeah,
by like a
time-wise.
second or two. Now a little bit more than that. If Faku plays this really
We'll see how they
clean, he
play
can
phase
get
4.
through. Oh, Faku got hit by an orb in phase 4 and died.
No.
You gotta watch out for the orbs, man. It hurt him so bad it crashed his stream, it looks like. So tough, man.
I'm looking to Ruddy for the reaction.
Oof.
I can't even... Okay, there we go. I saw the death.
Man, he would have won too. You gotta be really, really careful in phase 4. One orb is all it really takes to end you. So, man, it procced Polyloot. All 4 Polyloots went off. Instant death. Either way, extremely good round 1, honestly. Painful though. We would have had a situation, I think, where we would have been looking at the clock and been like, man, I don't know who's gonna who's gonna get it.
Yeah. I mean, Reddy did pull ahead of K though, so it's not going to be a mega victory for red team here. Blue team
That
is still
is
going to get some
true.
points on the board.
But even with first and third, that is quite a few points over second and fourth. But either way, very, very crazy loadout. It just shows though, like even when it's like at the very last leg of a run, you can't drop your focus. You gotta make sure, bring it home. And it also happens to everybody, you know. Those orbs will get you. Let's bring in a red team. Talk to them about it. Hello.
Hello.
How did you guys do? You fell.
How did we do? I don't know.
You did great. It was very close though.
You did.
Okay.
So Zinc, you got first. Kay, you got third. So you guys took first loadout.
Nice.
Let's bring in blue team. Hello, blue
It
team.
was very close.
It was very close for all of you guys. Reddy, you got second by only a tiny bit. Faku,
Nice.
I think you would have gotten third.
Yeah, 5 seconds off.
But
Yeah.
tough. The that orb that got you.
Yeah.
You guys were pretty much all entered the Mythics fight within about 30 seconds of each other, it felt like, I think. You guys were doing very well the whole time. Everyone was pretty much synced up all the way through, so very close.
It
How
was
was
an
the loadout?
extremely close one.
How was the loadout? It was great. Good items. Damage.
Very good.
You guys enjoy the stage 5 teleporter?
Oh, that's fine.
Good. Was fun.
Was there something wrong with it?
I guess at that point you had the polyloots. It was kind of scary for some more than others though. The
I'd say
elders
so.
coming in.
Some fun
There
elders.
were a
I
little
like
too
them.
many elders.
Wasn't too bad.
I like some trends.
How was the co-op part of the loadout? I saw you guys doing actually some interesting things with choosing items and calling out certain things and stuff.
It was good. We called out things. I called out basically every item as well.
Yeah, having Zing as a team partner is kind of broken. You just win, you know.
The run kind
Like
of
he wins
itself.
It was tough. I saw like Reddy, you were on stage 2 and you're like going through the adaptive chest, and you went through like pretty much the whole thing, and then you're like, okay,
Yeah.
Faku, there's this in it. You could probably just do whatever and say, I'll take the speed. Yeah.
That was
And
pretty good. Yeah.
stuff like that is like so interesting. Like how scouting isn't just a move around and look at stuff. It's more of an economy thing. I saw some of you guys pick certain question marks on multi shops and stuff like that as well. Just like try to split up what's available to buy and things. So thought that was fun to watch. Really good, by the way, all you guys. Really competitive times. You bring it very close. And now multi. So
Multi.
everyone's favorite loadout on multi as well. So
Yeah. The only loadout today that doesn't have sulfur pools or abyssal. So enjoy.
Ooh.
yeah, you
Instead
get
of
sirens
sirens.
instead.
Yay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use
Anyway.
myself for pulls.
Yeah. Well, you can start it up, and we'll talk to you about it after. So good luck, everybody.
All right.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Very red team. Holy. They want you to know that they're part of red team.
Crimson. Time.
Right? You can see his face. He's like, this character is very blue, right?
Yeah, he's so intrigued by it.
It's like, damn. All right, so multi with nail gun and scrap launcher retool. How do you feel about this loadout?
It feels randomly generated.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, it is. How'd you
I
know?
don't think any human could come up with this loadout.
Oh, there's a watch printer stage 1 already for our restart here. Do you take watches
yeah.
on multi without healing though?
Maybe. Not that they really have that option though, because on this map you get 20 printers and 0 chests. So,
Hey, there's a vase right there. Boom.
ooh, huge.
So hopefully everyone finds that. It's pretty much in the open. I
And they
don't imagine Blue Team will miss it.
and they do have double equipment, so it's good to pair that with some kind of damage equipment. Ooh, and we got a radar scanner too, which is going to be a good utility here, especially on this map. Like,
Yeah,
there's just something about this map where I can never find chests. They're always in the most hidden crevices.
I love seeing like a watch printer and then just get green items instead.
Yeah, it always happens on this map.
There is a nice healing drone there next to the leeching seed chest though. I think that's gonna be a really nice pickup. Love to see that. And also like because we're retool, we can just have the radar scanner and the vase. We haven't seen retool in a little while, it feels like. But every time we get retool, I just have to mention how important equipments are, um, and how crazy that could be. Imagine just getting a photo skip like a vase and then like a damage equipment for Mythras. That's beautiful.
I mean, they're already halfway there.
I know.
I imagine they're going to keep that vase for the entirety of the game.
Third equipment on the map is DML that red team just found on one of the middle ramps.
See, this is the shit I'm talking about. You get 3 equipment barrels here.
It's tough,
I guess
man.
there's a few white items, but like nothing you really want to get rid of. Okay, backup mag, I can see. But Mocha, you don't really want to lose that.
That being said, I do like backup mag with multi though, but I mean, it is a watch that we're talking about here.
Hmm. Okay. Well, we got our pillar skip and damage equipment already. Is that another equipment barrel up there?
Yep,
I think
that's
that's
a
a 4th
Molotov.
one.
Yeah. Luckily, they're not really expensive. It's just like when barrels spawn, they have a chance to be equipment or barrel, which just means you're spending a lot more money. Um, oh, they have a band as well from the teleport, which is beautiful, which does matter in gauntlet running. If you feel inclined to spend a lot more money at the start or something instead of a normal chest, it can kind of be a little bit rough, but at least it doesn't cost more than normal items here.
I'm curious to see if they go into the watch printer. Because there are 4 whites here from what I've seen.
I feel like every time that we see a multi-run kind of like this, also, Baku has like no items here at all, um, which is interesting. Not that anyone has a lot, but he has one
Just
less
been
than the average.
just been buying equipment.
Yeah, he only has one equipment.
Oh, what?
I don't even know
What's
what he's been
happening?
buying on. He doesn't have any drones either. What's he been doing? He started a little bit later, I guess. So, but I don't know. I feel like if you don't have a way to get multi to full health after you go into a stage, it's really hard to keep those watches sometimes, especially when you don't have movement.
Yeah, I
I've
agree.
seen so many people break them, but you want the watch because that's how you win. So it's not. It's just hard. It's hard because
It
you
is.
want to do both.
Ideally, you can like keep the slug. There is a wrap there too.
Hmm.
Zinc just found.
Wrap would be pretty nice.
It looks like I bet Ruddy's gonna go into it.
It seems like when you see Zinc looting a ton after the teleporter and like macroing things properly, you kind of know it's one of those loadouts, right?
Yeah,
There's also a harpoon up top. No one's going for
there we
those
go.
extra healing drones. There's 2 healing drones in this map. Zinc is
Zinc
going.
going
He's
into it.
gonna keep the wrap, which is really really good.
Smart.
Ruddy hopefully
Can't
keeps his healing, I guess.
Zinc can't heal, but he can at least mitigate the amount of damage he's taking.
What do you mean he has leeching seed, man? Come on.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. For
Is there
the
a healing drone? There is a
0.3.
healing drone.
There's 2 healing drones. No one got one though, surprisingly.
Well, Faku has one.
So we can start to see Ruddy already playing the kind of strategy approach here, looking into the blue portals to see if there's anything good for the team. He's actually going to go for a shuriken here. So he's going to be the only one without watches into stage 2, which could be a little dangerous. But we'll see. Maybe it pays off for him, honestly. He's kind of like, you can see it on his face. He's like, I don't know. Maybe that wasn't.
Yeah,
We'll
80%
see.
more damage or a shuriken. Now, the nice thing about shuriken is it can proc bans. So
We
you
have
don't have to
empathy
rely on
cores
shift.
on this map as
Ooh.
well. We have a printer. So
Interesting. If it is a yellow, I don't know if they're going to go all the way back for it because it's right at the start.
I guess it's kind of like, how much are you going to hope for a drone man build, and how much does the core help after you already get the drone man that you'd want to like go all the way back for this? Valid questions. I don't know, because I feel like if you have the drone man, you kind of just go anyway most of the
I
time.
guess you have the vase too.
Yeah. Oh, you do have the
Which can
vase.
get
You
you
can
over
just
there.
do it. Yeah.
Ooh, multi-shop had speed, healing, and a wrap.
Yeah, with the
K opting
band
for
as
speed.
well. Yeah, they can
Interesting.
really burst down the bosses with the watches.
Oh yeah.
Just make sure you don't get blasted.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried because K has 0 healing right now. Aside from the leeching seed, of course.
Thanks, Cap. Red team is at 4 points.
I think Faku played it really well, even though Faku doesn't have as many items or as many watches. He did invest in a healing drone, which
That matters
is
a
just
lot.
gonna keep him alive more.
I mean, look at his health compared to everyone else's right now.
Yeah, he's a lot less at risk of losing them.
Oh yeah. I mean, one just bad hit from something on the other guys, and all their watches are gone. So
Faku also kept the radar scanner and not the DML, so a little bit of a team strat there.
Interesting. Actually,
Oh,
I
it's
don't even know
horrible.
if blue team found the DML though, because neither of them have it. Because Ruddy has the Molotov, and I do not think Ruddy would take a Molotov on purpose over something else.
That's true. Red team has to play perfectly here, basically.
There is an adaptive chest. Looks like Zinc was going for wings in the adaptive chest there. Missed it. Got a bungus. Or maybe he was going for the bungus, actually, because he doesn't have any healing. It just looked like he was going for the wings because he hit the bungus so quick on my end. And I think Kay's probably going to pull the same bungus out too. He's just like, hey, I need healing, man. Or he's not. He's going for something else. He's going for crit. He's going for more damage. I can't tell if that was an accident or not, but hey, having a bungus when you have watches on E1 Plus is actually not bad.
Ruddy.
Uh-oh. Little bit dicey. Well, the good thing is he never had any watches. He would have lost them there. Wungus as well on stage 2. There's also another boss printer. Not that it matters, but...
That's huge. The bungus Zinc just got.
Yeah. Ruddy does have shurikens here, which help with the pests, just to kind of burst them down. But
here's the thing, though. Like, you can say, like, Ruddy would have broken his watches there if he had them. But also, nobody else struggled on this teleporter. I think Ruddy is struggling here because he doesn't have the damage.
That might have been true. I think it was more of a positional issue, though. He kind of put himself in a spot away from the boss where he kind of had to deal with the Templar from long range and get closer in. But it could have been ad clear too. He just wasn't clearing enough or just fast enough. But
Faku getting the wings, which is really good on multi because
very good.
You can smash into stuff at Mach 10.
Also getting the Wungus as well, which Ruddy is going to like a lot.
Yeah, red team is looking a lot better here, especially Zinc with the double Wungus.
I agree. They have more watches. as well. Each of them have 4, and they're feeling pretty good. They don't feel like they're in danger of breaking them anymore because of the healing, like you said, the Wungus. So I'm just gonna
Faku's
get
thinking
speed.
about it.
Hmm.
There's a saw on the ground, opting for the double pillar skip.
Well, just get across the stages faster. That seems pretty in line with how Faku plays. Reddy's actually looting a lot more. He's scouting a bit at the top of the map here, trying to get something else. His build is the worst. The thing is, like, if the other team breaks watches, then he won't be in too bad of a spot. But by the time they break watches, they'll have gained so much ground from the watches. Zinc.
Yeah.
Oh God, Zinc broke watches. Okay, so
Well,
what
there
happened?
you go.
Zinc smash into the Grove Tender, and Multi gets momentum locked from that interaction, and Zinc had no choice but to just fly off the map. If Zinc had the wings, he could have lived, or if the vase was up, he might have been able to do something, but you should never slam into a boss when your back is to an edge of the map. It's very important, because that will
And
happen.
K also taking quite a bit of damage here. Oh my god.
Oh God, Zinc. He's
Red
struggling.
team
Okay,
really
so
struggling right now.
the thing about red team, they do not have the gas. Blue team does.
Ah,
So this is a
yeah.
pretty big deal for this teleporter. And they get the shuriken anyway, so Reddy's sacrifice kind of not too great at this point in hindsight.
And I think Reddy's looking a little bit better. Double crowbar, that's some damage there. Grabbing the saw, I think that was really smart. Reddy needs that.
Reddy playing a lot slower, but he's also playing a lot safer, whereas red team is not playing it safer. I don't know what Zinc's going to do now, because his build is now just a little tough. He is a little bit ahead of Reddy, obviously, but
Shuriken from the teleporter,
a little tough.
which is going to be good for Reddy later on. Stacking
Kinda-
shurikens is powerful.
Yeah. On multi, it's a little bit hard. I guess it would be okay with Scrap Launcher, though. Fuck is just trying to get all these little Disciple Wisps to not hit him. Oh, okay. I was worried he was going to do the same thing that Zinc was, but he just didn't have enough speed in that moment for that to happen.
Wow, even with 3 watches and a band, slamming into the Grove Tender only did like a quarter of his health.
Yeah, it's a little tanky. There
There's
is a
tanky Grove
capacitor
Tender.
on this stage as well that Zinc is just picking
Ooh,
up.
beautiful.
They all have a band, so
Nope.
that'd be pretty powerful.
Hope Reddy finds that. The 2 crowbars.
There we go. Faku using the wings
Gonna be pretty
to
good.
slam into the Grove Tender, get that damage in. Zinc playing one of the shrines, getting some speed out of it as well. This is a very interesting stage. K still has the most watches. It's his job for his team to really hold on to that stack of watches here. If he loses them, suddenly blue team has such an advantage. Here we go, though.
Yeah.
Zinc is going to Sirens, our only Sirens of the day, so enjoy it while it lasts.
I mean, I still think that Faku has an advantage here just because of the gas.
Gas is really good. It looks like Zinc actually hit the blue portal here. So he's like, okay, I lost my watches. Let's see if I can make it up. Get something good. Maybe like a drone man or something. I don't think Zinc took the initial blue portal from stage 1. So if he goes there, he's going to find the soulbound like Reddy did earlier.
Lost Seers. And Zinc is going to grab it. Uh-oh, Reddy?
Reddy died.
Ah,
It looks like he got absolutely slammed there. Just
this
full
Grove Tender
shotgun.
is giving
Ooh.
people hell. The fall damage deaths on this one. That was really sad.
Okay, well,
What Reddy could have done there is when he was in the air, he could have pulled out his vase. It's just
yeah, it's
you know,
hard.
you kind of panic sometimes when that happens. But he could have survived that.
Meanwhile, looking at Stage 4, I think this thing's kind of in trouble with this
Oof.
TP. It only takes
Yeah.
one shotgun for him to die here, so he has to play it very well.
Still no
He's-
AoE at all.
Yeah, he's focusing these elders down really well. Using the M2 is super vital in these situations.
Yeah, great target acquisition here. Recognizing what is the biggest threat, not
Always
just
important.
immediately gunning for the boss.
Yeah. And most often in the gauntlet, when you find yourself in situations like this, it's not always really the most important thing to kill the boss. Like, especially with Titans, right? Most people can just ignore Titans and then not make the Titan more of a problem. Actually, the left on healing Zinc there, that was really needed.
He also ate an egg that was in the teleporter. Get some heal.
Nice.
The eggs are really good on Sirens. One of the redeeming things, the only redeeming things I should say about Sirens is the eggs give quite a bit of health.
Yeah, just don't eat too many.
Yeah, it gets sick.
Did you see Ruddy's second death by chance? Because I didn't.
I did not.
No. That's tough.
That is, I wonder if Reddy's going to take a more scouting role here. But that's going to be tough because his teammate is a stage ahead.
Yeah. You can't
So,
really.
like, if you're Ruddy, what do you do here?
You just try your best, get as many items as you can to feel comfortable for the fight, and then you go for it. I don't know. It's hard. The most that Ruddy could really hope for right now is something happens to red team. That's bad. And also that he can find something that the others didn't. But that is kind of hard.
I'm really surprised that on that teleporter, nobody got the capacitor before starting it. Everybody
That
got
is
it afterward.
interesting. There's also a band printer on stage 4, by the way, on the little hook up there.
Oh, nice.
And both teams found it, so everyone who has the capacitor, which is everybody, yeah, this is suddenly now a pretty free run. So this kind of is harder at this point if you're ready, right? Because you have died twice, and now red team's gonna start zooming. So regardless of the watches or not.
You just try to play for Faku in first, I think.
I guess that's all you could do.
And if Faku does get first, even if red team is second and third, I think it's a wash, right? Like nobody gets a lead.
Oh, look at this. I think Zinc is going around breaking eggs. He might be trying. We'll see, though.
With what? Scrap Launcher?
Just with capacitor bands, it looks like. I mean, I don't think he could skip. And no, he can skip. He can skip with multi-shift. It's just kind of hard. What he can do... Oh, there's a watch printer on stage 4 again, so Zinc's going back into watches.
Will they ever learn?
The skip you can do is you can vase to the top of the pillar, break an egg with range, and then slam into the spawn with your transport mode. And that'll be good enough. Let's see if Zinc does it, or if he's just going to go for the kill. He's going to do it with vase. Oh, no, you had to... You had to sit on the pillar. There's no way that was going to happen.
So, for anybody that has no idea what we're talking about, there is a very odd bug in this game where if you throw out a hitbox right as a boss is spawning in, it will make the boss not a boss.
Yeah.
This is really only useful for ally worship unit. You can do that on a teleporter boss and like immediately get the item, but then you still have to deal with the boss.
You can also do it on Mythic's Phase 4. It's very similar in concept. It's the same idea. It's just that it's slightly different, but it's the same basically thing. Just hit the boss as soon as it spawns frame 1, and you can bypass a lot of the boss scripted elements there. And with A, you just get the item right away. K, by the way, broke his watches. So red team was back down to having no watches. K brought it back by printing some more.
I do want to just mention Zinc got some crazy trades in that watch printer. Didn't lose a single speed.
Very important. I think if you're Zinc and you lose the speed there, I think you just have to stop. Because I don't know, like, I don't know what they're going to do versus Mithrix
Ugh.
with just the
Oh,
vase. I'd rather have the wings at this point for just survivability, but it costs so much more time to just take the wings instead of the vase. It's like, I don't know. But I mean, oh, Kay's kind of in a little bit of a jam here. He's got to be a little bit careful. He's actually having to leave the teleporter.
ooh, the Shungite.
Gotta
Zinc
play it
one shot
safe.
that grandparent. And Ruddy got a third +5? I didn't see that one either.
I didn't see that one either. Damn. Well, that's really tough for Ruddy. He's really counting on Faku here. The thing is, like, because it's a team race, Ruddy's probably not in the depths of despair at the moment. He's like, okay, we can still win. Kay dies, picking up a death. He got sniped by a bell from the back. That was a really rough one. But he's kind of greeting this teleporter a little bit. It's a little bit uncomfortable of a position to be in for sure, and he does not quite have the damage to clear out things. So it's a little bit tough.
Ooh.
Ruddy leading to stage 5 as well, so now everyone is on Meadow. Oh god. Oh. Oh. Okay, that's not enough.
Oh
That's not
no.
enough. Okay.
No. Oh,
It
that
was
was
actually really good of him to panic swap to the vase and get
yes.
himself out of falling. It's just that, when you're in that situation, it's hard to think about where you're aiming it also. What he could have done is kept sitting in the vase for a while, but no, he doesn't have an opal, so he couldn't even charge that back up either. That's 2 +5s for K. Red team is probably thinking,
Is
hey, we might, huh?
Ruddy just really struggling right now,
I mean,
having to back off.
I hope that Ruddy can recover from this a little bit and then have the chance to pull in front of K, but it is looking pretty scary. Sink
That's
is
gonna
just
be
waiting
tough.
for Vase here right at the moment. An opal for K and a Dio's. He probably wish he had that a little bit earlier, but that'll
Yeah.
be nice for the Mythics fight. I think Mythics is going to be tough. No one really has a good movement solution. They're just going to have to play really well. So,
Well, that Dio should hopefully guarantee a victory over Ruddy here.
hopefully. I mean, for him, anyway.
Yeah.
I like to see Ruddy
And
come back, though, a little bit. It's going
Zink
to be
is on to
hard.
the fight.
Sink getting quite a good transport mode banned in. I think what he was trying to do is try to set Mithrix up to jump to the middle as soon as he can, so he can use his capacitor there. Or maybe not, just waiting for like a hammer slam like he did. Because if he waits for the middle, it's only Runo's banned, so he's gonna get armored.
Hmm.
I forgot they
True.
didn't have really any Jaros bans. Oh, and Ruddy dies again. A lot of parents. The problem with multi on stage 5 here that you kind of have to figure out a way to avoid is whenever you transport mode, parents will teleport around you, and the hitbox for transport mode is huge. So you just end up slamming into them and just stopping, and that's when you really take a lot of damage. Zank is done with phase 1, by the way, so this fight's going
And
very well for him.
K's on to the fight now. Blue team needs to pick it up.
You can see a very creative solution for Zinc there. He was like, I want to use a band on this wisp, so he used his face to go straight up, exited out of it, and then transport moded wisp in the air a little bit.
Clever.
It's about using those type of things as much as you can. It's about using whatever you can to get damage in. Good damage in.
And Faku is out of here. On to the moon. still gonna pull in front of K, but I think it's gonna be pretty hard to beat Zinc at this point.
Zinc would have to die, I think, for someone to pull in front of him. And by someone, I mean Faku. I mean, for the others to pull in front of him, something disastrous needs to happen to Zinc.
I mean, Pizza is coming up.
Ready, thankfully done with the TP there as well. He can breathe finally. All right, Faku's in the fight. Faku does not have a +5 either, though, so hopefully we can see, first and second at least be red and blue in some order, and not just like one team totally taking it.
It's gonna be kind of a repeat of the last loadout.
Might be, yeah. If they continue to play well. No one else found that Dios. A little unfortunate. Ready with 4+5s though, going into the moon. This is tough. He's basically, hoping that one of the other red members just dies a bunch. Oh no!
Yeah.
Speaking of dying a bunch, Zinc was trying to get out of
Ooh.
Pizza with a vase, but vase stops you. Full stop. And it just he took that
There we
full
go.
pizza. So in just
The
a
classic
moment,
Zinc.
Faku's in number 1 spot right now, as long as he doesn't die.
Oh, beautiful utilization of the focus crystal there.
Mm-hmm. Oh man. All Zing has to do right now is hopefully for his team, just stay alive here. Don't eat pizza.
But
It
yeah,
looks like he's doing
again,
a pretty good job. Okay, looks like he's trying to go for a phase 4 skip here. Some way. Oh, he just missed his capacitor there. I think he might have been better off going for a transport mode, even though it's riskier, but
shame.
I wouldn't have done enough damage anyway, it looks like.
K kind of struggling.
That adaptive armor.
These orbs are getting him.
Oh, Zinc. Okay, Zinc's entering phase 4. But has the capacitor has multi with some good damage, shouldn't be too bad. Reddy is playing this fight very well, also, by the way.
Got my eye on K here. I'm a little bit nervous. Has a lot of curse stacks.
Yeah, 1 pizza slice for Faku and it's over. Faku is really close. 1 more capacitor shot on Mithrix and the fight's done. He's looking for a way to end it here. He's trying to think, like, how can I end it now or skip? It's like he's going to try to go for maybe a transport mode skip here. Maybe? Yes, and he gets it. Faku gets the transport mode phase skip. So this is exactly what I was talking about with Ally Worship Unit. You would have been able to do the same thing. Man, really well done, Faku. GG. Set himself
even
up
find the
very well.
firebrand.
No, didn't need it. And really good
hard to
job.
do.
The only person, I guess so far, I don't want to, say he'll die on the ship, but only person so far has not died. So we'll see when Faku's PowerPoint presentation is up, whether he'll live or not. Uh-oh, he's falling. Why is he falling? What the fuck is happening? What is happening right now?
I'm a little behind.
Brother.
Okay, he's in the vase, going to ship. He's at the
Dude,
ship. Now he's falling.
I don't know if he'll live
Okay.
anymore. I don't know if he'll live anymore. This is...
Oh,
I don't know what he did.
watch is broken.
Oh god. The
I
ads
guess,
are
like,
here.
the momentum carried it.
Oh no. Oh no.
Can't get up on the ship.
He just jump off the rock, man. Or I guess at this point doesn't matter, but like, Jesus.
Imagine that from Ruddy's perspective, just hearing, I'm at the
Dude.
ship, I fell, I broke my watches.
I cannot believe that he lived that fall. Actually, that's the craziest thing I've
Transport
seen.
mode, I guess.
And brother, I can't even see what's happening with his end. It looks like he's alive. His stream is dying a bit, so
It was so funny. Like, you see him at the ship one frame, next frame, he's falling.
all right, we'll have to see
Okay.
in a couple seconds where he's at.
Yeah. Ruddy going for the...
Uh-oh, okay.
Oh, no,
I mean, he has a
too.
Dios, so it's okay, but he's not doing well on the ship either. What's going on? Ruddy is doing okay. Looks like Faku's screen is back for us. Jesus, man. I that was so wild.
Okay. No +5s.
Oh, plus
This had to
fives.
make it a little interesting.
A little interesting.
Everybody broke watches.
I cannot believe he lived that fall. That was a crazy fall, dude. That was wild.
Any
All right.
opals? No. That was just pure transport mode.
Well, it looks like red team is done, so let's bring them in. Hello, red team.
Oh,
Ow, you
yeah,
were
hello.
yelling, Jesus. Okay.
No, I'm talking normally.
Okay, I'm gonna turn you down by 1000% then. How was your
Oh,
run?
my bad.
Bad.
We both lost watches in a stupid way, I think, in different points. Lynx was a little more forgiving because I kind of lost mine after the second entry. But yeah, and I had a terrible TP after, which led me to die twice. We were both. I think we both agreed that we should get third and fourth for this loadout. But since we're the first ones here, maybe someone else died as well. So
You are second and third, actually.
that's
Which
pretty
Ooh.
decent. I mean, that's just
isn't too
even.
That's a
bad.
tie.
Yeah, right
Yeah.
down the middle.
That's definitely undeserved, but
I mean, the only person that did extremely well in this loadout was Faku. Everyone else died at least once. So, and he didn't. So that was it.
Who put
Basically
exploding
kept
phase
his
through?
watches the entire time. Lost them during ship to a weird set of circumstances.
That was the craziest ship I've ever seen, actually. Like, I don't... I do not understand.
Yeah, his stream was cutting out, so like we see him basing to the ship, he's looking good, and then the next frame he's just falling.
It was wild. But ready on the ship, we can bring in blue team at this point, because even if Ready dies again, it will not change the standings here. So let's see what blue team has to say. Hello, blue team.
Hello.
Keep charging it, Ready. So Faki, you got first, so congratulations on the deathless run. No one else did that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ready, you're still charging, so that means something. Sorry to say.
Means I came second?
Yeah, easy.
Nice.
So what happened at the end, Faku, with the ship?
Did my stream went off there?
It cut out a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
So we saw you vasing towards the ship, and then the
Yeah,
next
I
frame
got-
we saw you skydiving.
So I based and I went off the bridge. Like I was falling, but I got saved because of transport mode.
Yeah.
And then I was just coping to not die on while charging the TP. But
That was a
yeah, I survived
crazy
because of transport mode. Yeah.
I was very crazy close. Actually, we were just like, bro.
Yeah, I got launched from the base.
That was crazy. So this loadout was kind of a tie between you guys, with a second and third, and then a first and fourth. You guys get the same amount of points, so right down the middle on that one. That one was kind of a scary loadout. Pretty much all the way through. Everyone printed watches stage 1 except Ruddy, who only printed 1, but he traded in for the shuriken.
I think that was a little bit of a misplay.
Yeah.
It was a little tough to come back on damage. But It was all right. There was a lot of damage this run between the band printer, the next watch printer stage 4. There was ton of equipment, all your choice. You had retools, so you could take whatever you wanted. Everyone had the vase early, so. But it was hard. No one had a feather or anything like that, in case you're wondering. No one had anything uniquely powerful. It was just the printers, and that was it, pretty much.
That
And,
Grove tender gave you guys a run for your money.
that was a
strong.
very common downfall of a lot of runs there. So
Yeah.
Roddy found a lucky gas on stage 2. Did everyone find that?
No.
No, that was a
That
big
was
advantage
clutch.
you
Yeah.
guys had. Is
That was
they did
my
not have
contribution
AOE.
to the run. Oh yeah, AoE would have like made stage 5 TP a lot more bearable after I lost my watches there for no reason.
yeah, you're also the only one who found the Dios on stage 5. Okay, no one else found
Yeah,
that one.
which is kind of like the
I
crazy
know.
timers I got like 30 seconds just minus, you know.
It's a little
You
tough.
almost needed it during the ship.
Almost.
Yeah, I mean, I was like playing that way because I was
Makes sense.
I kind of expected to die at the end when I was setting up the phase 4 skip, which I missed because I'm terrible at the game, but I kind of expected to die there. So I didn't
almost
think
had
about
it.
him like having it.
Oh, true.
I should have had it. I should have gotten it. I just kind of stood in the middle for 30 seconds and didn't die, You just kind of expect to die there.
Well, with multi done, maybe you can get some cool bandit run to get that taste off your tongue. Maybe get it better run this time. I don't know. That run was okay,
Yeah.
but yeah, we'll see.
No, that was a really good run.
Other run was
except for it was multi. On any character but multi, you'd be like a god.
Yeah, but you were multi. So,
Mhm.
dude, imagine
You
that
guys
run
know
was a
your-
loader run. Holy.
Oh, holy
man. I don't want to. I'd lose.
shit. You guys know your Verdant Falls callouts?
Yeah, it's by the
I don't
flower
think I've
near
played
the
that map,
water.
man.
Near the water. Near the water.
Not played that map once.
Well, you're about to learn, so hit up
By the
Bandit. We'll see you
waterfall.
guys after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the other one.
No, the flower. Oh, you idiots.
The green spot? Alright.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Next to the blurry part.
Already just left,
Oh.
man. They do not want to talk. Okay.
Yeah, you get out of here too.
So,
All right.
All right,
Well,
Bandit.
red team still in the lead, but no more than they were last loadout.
Nope.
Blue team can easily come back from this.
Oh yeah, anyone can win this. There's no. Yeah, I mean, we're only halfway through. I mean, blue team could come in and just start getting first and second every loadout from now on, and then they just take the crown today. Who knows?
And red team getting started here.
This is kind of an interesting loadout, right? With blast at play as well. The melee knife.
It's gross.
Yeah. This
It's
is
actually disgusting.
not my favorite loadout, personally.
But Lights Out isn't horrible for races.
It's fine.
Desperado is amazing, but you never really have time to get stacks in a race.
That's the problem. Like, you will have a better boss fight for TPs, but you don't really usually need a better boss fight for TPs, unless the run is specifically super terrible. But even then, you have hemorrhage. It's not like it's super bad. But it's blast is something that not a lot of people play with. It's a very controversial skill. So either you really like it or you really hate it.
Already done with teleporter.
Yeah.
There is a slaw on Ruddy. It looks like red team also found that.
It looks like because this is kind of a newer map and it's harder to scout, it looks like they don't really want to waste as much time here trying to get all the things. So just get what you can. If your teammate finds something on their way to whatever, they'll call it out. But
Makes sense.
Could be pretty easy to get lost on this map, just looting and learning and just kind of experiencing it. They gotta snap out of that somehow and get it done. It looks like Zinc is going for the mountain shrine here, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
He knows
Faku
from his
also hit that.
teammate that it's Razor Wire as well. So it's either he's going to get another Razor Wire or a Neural. So
okay. Interesting.
he's trying to get some backstabs here by like angling his camera a little bit, because the Titan's just out of TP, he doesn't want to really lose time. He's losing a little bit though, not much, but a tiny bit. Looks like Ruddy is going for the Mount Shrine as well. With Bandit, there's really no reason not to this early. When you have full crit on every shot,
Yeah.
it's like, why not?
Blue team starting the Mountain Shrine here.
There is a lot of loot on
Easy.
this
Ooh.
map though that K is not going to have access to just because of lack of money. So
He
he's going to
does have
get.
access to a shuriken though.
He does. He's going to get about 3 items. And he's probably going to go unless he saw a barrel somewhere. He can get one more chest out of.
Or a shrine.
It's a little rough.
But yeah, that's what happens when you hit teleporter instantly.
Yeah.
You just don't expect to loot unless you have Gore's Tome or pennies or something.
We can see on a factory screen the GIP is actually moving the boss around, and it moved it out of the teleporter, so he has to now waste time if he wants to backstab it.
Oh, it's moving it back in.
Oh, good. K already
Why do
on
they do
stage
that?
2. It's just the way their hitbox are. It's just they can
He's
get
really
right
heavy.
underneath, man. It looks like K is actually going for the blue portal immediately, spawn right near it. There's no reason not to hit that, unless you want to save the the 4 seconds, but maybe might decide to go scout for his teammates. There's ceremonial daggers on the stage.
Ooh.
It's the large chest right next to the one that K got. Zinc got it, so red team has it. Blue team does not. It would be kind of nice.
Look at the difference in loot between Zinc and K, who are
I
both on the
know.
same team.
K really looks like he's going into more of a push forward and kind of scout the stages and then kind of mentality here. It looks like, I don't know. It looks like they are splitting up the way they're playing though, which is
Yeah.
interesting.
For sure. It's hard to believe they're on the same team. It looks like two completely different runs.
It's funny because like sometimes you'll see teammates leave like at the same moment. You'll see them loot the same things, and then sometimes you'll see it like this, where like they'll split up their strategy, and it's like, okay, wonder what's going on, in their call right now. What are they thinking about more? Reddy's going for the large chest on Verdant. It looks like. Seeing what we get out of there.
They did not find the Kaggers.
Stealth
Ruddy
kit.
might, but
This is not a good position for Zinc unless he does get this really good saw tech. He does. Very clean on the branch.
ooh.
Very
Ruddy's
well
gonna
done,
find the
TP.
Kaggers here.
Yeah, there we go. But it's a little bit too late for Faku because Faku's already gone.
Yeah. So it was for K too. A lot of greens right now.
A lot of greens. I don't see anything too exciting on stage 2, actually. There's a Gore's Tome somewhere that a red team missed. Blue team got it from stage 1. And I think that might matter going forward a little bit, but it does depend also how much blue team is willing to loot. Because if red team, like what K's been doing, just not looting very much, like it won't really matter to him and his playstyle to just keep going.
Some AoE there. Poison Flame.
Void Slam will be really good. And it's right next to TP, so everyone should see it as well. All the teams
Yeah.
notice it.
I noticed K did take a little bit more time on the stage than on stage 1. Probably hearing.
Oh, death for K. So this
Oh,
is why I was talking about this being
oh,
a bad position for when I talked about Zinc. When you're underneath the Beetle Queen like that, it shoots down at you, the Beetle Guards spawn like all around you in there. He just had to go up immediately and take care of her. Fortunately though, Zinc had the saw tech, so he lined himself up well, but when you're just below a boss from that angle, it's a little bit tough.
yeah.
So
Jumped right into the jaws of a beetle.
he was greeting TP charge a little bit. I think he didn't want to exit TP to backstab the queen, but like it's better than losing 5 minutes, I think.
Yeah. I mean, with the razor wire, maybe your mentality is a little bit different.
Attempt to bobble as well on the stage. Oh, that's the one K got earlier. Okay.
I'm hoping we can see some utilization with the double razor wire on phase 2, because it's actually a very solid way to deal with it. If you get like 2 wraps, 2 razor
Yeah.
wire,
Or
the
even like
wisps
rose
just die.
bucklers or something. Like, it all helps.
There we go. There's a wrap for Zinc.
Perfect. It's also just good in general, just to have that kind of thing, just wisps on every stage, just or like Templars or something, just clears out an area. Not a lot of good greens though. I'm looking at these greens, they just keep getting size, harpoons. Man, like not a lot going for him here. Zink is the
Nope.
first one to solve for pools though. We'll see what he finds first. We're looking for multi-shops and things. There is a lunar pod, so I'm gonna have my personal attention towards any cleansing pools, possibly.
Ooh. Already finds an opal. Going for the question mark instead of the mocha in the try shop.
Nice.
Another opal over here. Oh, there's a
Okay.
backup mag in there too. That was a tough one.
K is scouting the blue portal. It's Happy Mask and Infusion for the first blue portal. So that's a little tough.
Right now, the bandit meta, especially for a loadout like this, is to just get to Mithrix and stack Hemorrhage.
Yes.
Backup mag is one of the best items they can find.
Absolutely. Hemorrhage is just so
If-
much guaranteed damage. It's amazing.
It is.
And
It solves phase 1 and phase 3 pretty efficiently. Phase 2 can still
ooh,
be a bit of a problem.
we have
Ooh, we
Mired
got
Urn as
Mired
well.
Urn.
So, I mean, that's healing solved. They don't really have to worry about it as much anymore. They can actually stay in teleporters. So that's good for them.
Yeah. I think if you greed like wraps, opals, bucklers here, you can do a lot with the razor wire actually. Just go for a full tank build. Because when the difficulty is this low, because they're going really fast, you can out damage them with razor wire. In a
Mm-hmm.
normal run, razor wire kind of drops off, but it's very effective. It's kind of the quintessential speedrun item. If you look at any percent categories, razor wire is very dominant.
Yeah, just Hellfire, Razor Wire it. There's also a band on the other side of the map completely that Red Team just found. So Zink is probably going to go right for it. He's probably thinking, okay, what's my path? What am I going to loot on my way there? Just to get that free band.
You got some gas for K.
Okay, here we go. Blue team is going to start their TP off. Blue team does not, or is not going as fast as red team, but they also don't have any deaths. So,
And
on
they're not going
average,
that much slower.
no, I mean, we're talking about like a few seconds at a time here, maybe like half a minute or so, but not like they're out of
Yeah.
the race. But I think they're kind of synced up a little bit more than red team is, but it might be a little bit better here, honestly. But
K's
we'll
in
see.
kind of a tough spot here.
Kay's gonna have to start. I mean, and he has started doing this after the last death on stage 2. He's actually started to loot up a lot more. We saw him start the teleporter here way later than Zinc did, which is good because if you die in kind of something like that, you might realize either the death was kind of just like an oopsie, I kind of just like misjudged what I was doing, or my build's kind of bad. I was playing it too fast. Let me get a few things, stuff like that. Let me scout the stage for my partner. And although it's trying to get the it's 2 lunar pods in this map, that sucks. There's no cleansing pool instead.
I hope blue team finds the band here, because that is a phase 4 skip
Yeah.
and just a whole lot more damage.
I just don't think they're gonna go back that far. I think they're gonna leave right after. They're gonna loot around here, and I mean we can already see Faku doing. He's like pinging things nearby the TP, see what I can get before I go type mentality.
And
Here we
Zinc
go.
is
Zinc
gone.
is out. Yep. All right, let's see what's in Abyssal as well. There's a seed. Gup flying right into the seed to die. Good. On
Beautiful.
Zinc's screen. It's funny, the enemies can't really do anything once they go off that lift. But that also means it's kind of hard to take out that seed. Because they have to kind of go up there, kind of go into the Rex location, the little bot up there, try to shoot things down if they want to clear the seed. It depends. I mean, there could be a lot of void cradles and such. I only see 2 stocks up there from where Zinc was,
Fucking
so
K.
don't really have a nice vantage point yet.
And I think Ruddy is on his way.
Zinc's going right for TP here. The only thing I would be looking for, I guess, in a void seed is like saver space is the big one.
Yeah.
They need a way to skip pillars. And the thing is, they don't necessarily need safer space to skip pillars. So they might just find a vase stage 5 is maybe what they're hoping for when the equipment multi-shops start coming back into rotation.
Sometimes it's better to just play as if you have to do pillars anyway and just play fast.
Yeah, you spend so much time looking for pillar skips at some point that you could have just done pillars, right? And you could have had a faster
Yeah.
time.
I actually don't mind it on Desperado loadouts because you can sometimes get some stacks, some extra
Yeah.
damage in on Mithrix. There's a scrapper inside the teleporter on stage 4.
Which is usually the only time we see players like Zinc and Cabbage scrap at all, actually. So we can see him doing that now. Always a nice bonus
Ooh.
to save time, 2 birds situation.
K hit a mountain shrine here.
Okay, well, Zinc must have told him, like, hey, it's a worm, we might get, like, a molten perforator or something, or... What was the boss item from this? Do we know?
I am not sure. I think, did he scrap it immediately?
He might have.
I think
But
he did.
Oh, and K got slammed by the worm in the teleporter. That's the momentum death. You gotta really watch out for that.
Oh, it's a leeching seed.
Okay, so just, like, extra scrap, and the idea was that the boss wasn't gonna be hard, and it would just be extra green. But
Yeah.
if you don't pay attention to the worm, it'll slam you. So, yeah, no molten
And the
perforator for
double
him either.
leech.
Little rough, little rough. Blue team's suddenly looking really good here.
They are.
But we're also kind of looking, I mean, if we snapshot this point and just predict what's going to happen and like assume everyone plays completely normal, we're looking at another tied loadout, right? Because Zinc is in first, and then we have
Yeah.
blue team like second, third kind of situation.
Which
So
is good for red team if they do manage to tie again. Just
yeah,
maintaining
just
the lead from the first loadout.
keep it up.
The more they do that, the less opportunities blue has to catch up. Only have 1 loadout after this one. So
It does say a
even
lot.
if K gets last,
Yeah. I mean, they're still doing okay. It does say a lot as well that not a single team has been first and second so far. That they keep trading first and second between the teams and stuff. So, oh god, it looks like the razor wire is having some value here for Zinc. He's actually going out and clearing the seed.
yeah. Ooh, there's a lot of cradles in this one actually.
Oh, this is good then, and they have healing to be able to do it. They have Bungus, so they're just gonna plasma shrimp is very good. Nice.
Ooh.
A key as well, and a gun. I mean, obviously, that gun would not have been gotten before TP in this loadout, but it would have been nice. Looks like they're taking it to stage 5, see if they can probably get some empathy cores or something like that.
Interesting that Faku is opting for Gubo over Saw.
Looks like everyone has different equipment, feels like. Yeah, the
I'm gonna take
Gubo's
the gun though.
a little bit faster for phase 4 kills and stuff, but I usually don't find it has too much value in the fight because it just gets hit by shockwave or pizza all the time. It's hard for it to focus the boss that you want it to. In phase 1, it's okay. Maybe phase 2, it could be fine. K's actually taking a lot of damage from this Void Seed. There's another
Only has
Void
the
Seed
one
in
Razor
stage
Wire.
5. Oh, that's probably why. Fuel cell for Ruddy. Oh, Zinc already had that one from earlier.
Ruddy, making sure to drone up, has more drones than anybody.
Well, so he's thinking he has the gun. He's going to stage 5. He's like, okay, if I get empathy cores, we can get a lot of extra damage just by having these
yeah.
drones. So,
He gave the Gubo to an equipment drone, so
which is really good for that actually. And here's the key box right away for people who found it. Ooh, that's kind of tough. A little bit tough.
going for the plasma shrimp.
He already
Pretty
has
safe
the
play.
plasma shrimp though, and he doesn't know if he's gonna have a good equipment beyond the gun. So he's like, I don't really want to choose Lysate, even though it's like it's
true.
fine.
You could also get a key refresh, which honestly isn't a bad idea if you know you have to do pillars here.
Oh, but that's so risky, I think,
That's
in the
what Ruddy
gauntlet
did.
though. It is what he did, but I feel like the amount of times that a key is found on the moon is so low. But he's also thinking, okay, I don't really need that, so maybe I'll try to get a safer spaces and a skip there.
Yeah.
But it is a risk. I mean, he probably just won't find it. But
Probably, but
I
if you
see
do
the
pillars,
mentality. I mean, I know, but
you have decent odds of finding it. And
better than
also,
normal.
it's kind of unfortunate to find it at the very beginning of the stage because who knows, maybe there is a base or something here. Ooh, is that a recycler?
It
That is a
is.
recycler.
Which is interesting because Zinc immediately rerolled the gun instead of using the gun and rerolling the boss item. But then at that point, it's like you do have to go back for the recycler and stuff. We can see Faku actually leaving the boss item on the ground. I don't know if that's because he doesn't want it or if he knows that there's recycling on the stage. I don't think Ruddy's found it or he's found it either. So maybe, maybe not. We'll have to see. It looks like K is leaving the boss item on the ground though. Maybe he'll go back for it and see what he pulls.
The gun is just nice that you don't have to deal with them.
Yeah. And the first green reroll, it looks like, is a band. So the teleporter boss item is nice. And he's probably telling K that, Ready, or not Ready Zinc. He's like, hey, the first green is a band, leave the stealth kit. And then, okay, K picks it up anyway. It's fine. Maybe he
I
wasn't
like,
saying that. I assumed too much.
I like what blue team is doing here. They're having their front runner, Faku, charge teleporter while Ruddy scouts a little bit.
Looks like
Try to
Reddy's
secure this
going for
void seed.
the Void Seed, yeah, and see if he can pull anything good out of it. So if Faku needs to, he can just leave pretty much immediately.
Yeah. That's a good play because it really does come down to first. If you get first in a team race, you can guarantee that you're at least gonna tie with the other loadout.
Yeah.
Or with the other team.
It's a very good way of doing it. Well, it looks like there's only really a potential in this seed and just like a normal chest, so. Oh no, there's one Void Cradle. Never mind, I was wrong.
See if it's
One
worth it.
goose. Ah.
You
Yeah.
re-roll for the safer spaces.
That's what I would have done. Too bad they don't know that there's a recycler.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Well,
Card
there's a backup mag in there.
looks like Zinc got an egg, so he does
Ooh.
have a skip here.
That is a skip.
And it looks like Zinc is leaving immediately. He's leaving the Void Cradle though. And he's
there's a
bringing
watch burner.
watches.
Is this gonna go off?
No, barely.
Oh, it does. If you leave it there for a second, it will fall off.
No, it goes down like a centimeter. It drops a little bit. That's scary though. I'm
But if you
actually
printed multiple,
surprised.
it would.
Okay, let's see K here. What happens when he rerolls the void item? Because he will.
Ooh.
Vrit.
Oh.
Little unfortunate.
Everyone's still on stage 5.
It looks like K is gonna go for the boss reroll. See if anything he can get helps him here.
Zinc is out.
Yeah.
Ooh.
K has 2+5s anyway,
is-
so he's like, hey, I'm gonna just see if something can bring me back.
The disputed skip.
It's
He's got a couple times.
it's a charge perforator actually. Faku just did it. So, I mean,
Oh no!
both of blue team is gonna get a churf.
But they have to
Meanwhile,
do pillars.
they might if they re-roll an equipment, 2 equipments actually, they will get an egg, I think. So
Well,
that is a lot of time spent though. I mean, they
Faku.
would probably just leave.
Faku's gone.
I guess they just bet on the void key box.
Oh,
but
it's honestly,
Faku
don't
doesn't
know.
have the
This
void
is
key box.
this is tough for blue team. You hope for something in soup, I guess, like headset
I guess so.
to skip, because right now the way it is, Zinc is just going to be able to skip, and he's going to get to Mithrix first, and unless he dies, he's going to guarantee first. And Zinc will probably get last, but it doesn't matter. They're going to tie up if he gets first.
You mean
So-
K, you mean. Yeah. The thing is also like the way recycler seeding works, right? If you re-roll an orange item, an equipment, it'll be the same item that someone else re-rolls, right? No matter what. So if I find a saw on the ground, it's my first re-roll, boom, it becomes elephant. If you find a drone, a backup drone on the ground and re-roll it as your first and re-roll it, it's going to be elephant. And so what Zinc was doing, he knew that. So right when he got the recycler, he was re-rolling his equipment as much as he could on stage 5 to try to get a lead on those recycler rolls on equipment on that stage, and it really paid off for him. Actually, because he got the egg. K is
that egg was huge.
If I was K there and I see another plimp, I see lysate and then a key. Do you try to re-roll a key for safer spaces, or
I would.
I would too. He just took the plimp, which is interesting to me. And there we go. Ruddy gets his turf.
I'd either take key or I'd re-roll it.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. And there we go.
Yeah,
Zing
but
is
you're
in the
at the
fight.
end of the stage, and you know you don't have a skip. It's like, I don't know.
I would re-roll a key personally, but so everyone but Zink gets the turf, but Zink is so far ahead.
Think is really far ahead. Getting smacked a lot here.
That is the downside. No feather, not a lot of speed for anybody, but Zink does have egg, so that is his kind of like mobility in this one. Everyone does have Tentabobble as well, I believe. So Faku's on
Walking
this
into
soul
the soul
pillar right
pillars.
now. This is not a comfortable situation to be in. One direct shot could bring him down to like 1 health.
Yeah.
So he's got to be really careful.
They 3 people have a recycler on the moon.
It's tough, man.
Did they check soup?
No, I didn't see anyone look at it. Or not look at all of it.
There's a scorpion over there.
But they have a blast, so I don't know how good that's going to be for him. And Faku is really just having this Medrone pull so much aggro, but then the Mern dragged aggro on himself. Oh, he's got to be really careful because of that. Jesus. That, I guess, the one weird niche downside of Mern in this instance is when the game has bad kind of threats and it pulls on the drone and you pull it back. So Faku's like stuck on this rock. Okay. It's like, hey, he's trying to take out this perfected. If he has to do it right now, brother. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Ruddy stood back and took care of it. I was worried Kay was going to do that.
I mean, I'm surprised.
It's happened a couple times.
Yeah. Just see a rogue perfected flying around the moon, just taking everybody out.
Always stay on the bubble and wait for the wisps to come to you.
Or just make sure
It
you
takes
have
a long
cover.
time.
You know, like, because if you're out just on the bridge itself and they're just above you blasting, like, there's nothing you can really do besides jump off at that point or kill it.
Bubble
All right.
by far the safest way to deal with them.
Absolutely.
Let's look at
Faku's going with
Soup here.
pillars. He's going up. Zinc, by the way, is halfway done through phase 3. So unless Zinc dies, oh my god.
He
Then
grabbed the Scorpion.
oh, interesting. There's a drone man on the moon as well,
Ooh,
and he's also grabbing that. His greens are just like not
Dark
very
Clover
good, so
there?
he was just like he re-rolled the drone man into a headset, and
Oh
he's gonna
my
skip
god.
pillars. Actually,
Beautiful. Well
what a
done.
fucking re-roll, dude.
I mean,
He
that was
looked
all
at
luck,
that.
but
Yeah, I mean, he was just like,
that was dope.
he was like, dude, I don't need it. What am I gonna fucking do with this? And then
Now, unfortunately, he did lose bands getting that Scorpion.
yeah. But I mean, he has an easier way to go about the fight. Oh, and look at that phase 4 skip by Zinc. Mid needle run, and Zinc hits him with a lights out, proc and bans right in time. Really good. Zinc getting first for this one. Easy peasy.
Yeah. That said, Ruddy and Faku are probably gonna snag second and third here.
If nothing goes terribly wrong, yes.
They have to play really well.
They do. It really makes me wonder why K wasn't going for more equipment rerolls if he knew that there was an egg.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like he had to have known as well that it was there. So,
Wow.
but I mean,
Red team finishing first, though.
just reroll drone man easy. That's how you get your
That's
skip.
insane. Surprised he didn't reroll the Scorpion.
Yeah, actually, if he was gonna reroll one of them, I would have rerolled that, I think. Not that he had a lot
Or
of
just
drones
take the
anyway.
drone man. Well, he has an equipment drone with the backup, which is not bad.
Yeah, but it will die during pizza.
Yeah,
But
that's
it
true, you
does
can't
do
revive it.
some decent damage for a while. Blue team in phase 2 or about to get into phase 2. K on phase 2 as well, but still with that 10-minute penalty, so it's always nice to see a churf in the races. The charge perforator's a fun one, and we never usually see it, so it's so rare. All right.
Yeah.
Phase 3
Just find the church
Mithrix.
printer.
All Faku has to do, basically, is not eat a slice of pizza. He's kind of low enough, though, where if he loses his opal, he probably get one shot from a hammer.
They
Or
can
if
both
he,
+5.
yeah, loses his opal, he could get one shot from a golem. But pizza's kind of the big worry right now. As long as he just
They could, yeah, I think they're okay. They
gotta
could both
stay safe.
+5, and Faku might even be able to get away with 2 +5s here.
Yeah, because K has 2.
Ooh. Revive that drone only for it to die instantly.
That's
Was
how it
right under
goes,
his
man.
hammer.
And it looks like Faku's almost done. He's gonna start prepping for a skip. No, he doesn't have a fireband. Blue team never found the fireband on stage 3 sulfur pools. It was only Ruddy that found a fireband very recently. Was that from Soup or where was that from? He got it after the churf, but it could have been on. Oh, it was the fireband reroll from TP. That's what it was.
Yeah.
The or like the second green reroll, the first green roll. The recycler.
I don't think he ever went soup.
Yeah. It was just on stage 5. Oh my god. So, Faku dies. He got hit by Void Sent Flame there at the end.
So did K.
But so did K, so it's not the biggest deal. That's the second death in phase 4 though for Faku. So
Damn.
that's a little rough. Ready going through phase 4 right now. You gotta be careful, man. I mean, even in the races, You could have builds that absolutely you just get one shot. I know, like, usually when you're speedrunning or gauntlet racing, you don't always get one shot by phase 4 Mithrix, but you know, not like when you're full looting, you get like guaranteed one shot every time usually, but it can happen. You gotta be really careful. You gotta dodge the tough shots, especially when you have void scent and bans and things like that, or especially the orbs.
Ruddy and Faku, very consistent this run though. Played very similarly the entire run.
Playing well together. Actually getting stuff done.
Where with red team, we saw a little bit more divergence with K running ahead, trying to look out for Zinc.
It was interesting. K just felt extremely confident with the bandit early on, but just kind of. Oh, what is K doing? Oh, he has headset. I forgot. I was like, he's just falling. He knew that there was a node there and he'd teleport back. It was probably a little bit faster for him. So interesting. Everyone also, besides Zinc, finishing about the same time, real time. So that's also always good to see. Just people usually just syncing up, not zinking up. Preferably.
That was a good loadout. Again, though, I'm a little bit scared for blue team because red team has managed to tie it yet again.
Yeah, I mean that just keeps red team ahead. Dude, I mean it's down to this final loadout then to see if blue team can come back. They have to get first and second in the final loadout, I think.
For a definitive victory, we're gonna have a tiebreaker if what happens or what has been happening keeps happening.
It's time. I'm gonna just bring blue team in first by a couple seconds. Hello, blue team.
Hello.
Second and third on you guys.
Nice.
Even with the death. Phase 4. What's going on with phase 4 and you, Faku? What's going up?
I don't know. That didn't even hit me. It hit my drone, I think, right?
Void Stun exploded.
I definitely hit you.
Someone hit you. Let's bring in red team. Hello, red team.
Yo.
Zink, you got first.
Nice.
Okay, you didn't. You got fourth, I think. Yes. The deaths just added up a little bit there. That was a fun loadout to watch. Everyone was doing pretty good. We saw a charge perforator reroll later. It was really interesting. Yep.
What the fuck, man? What was that reroll on Moon? That was so stupid. So he went to Moon, got Drone Man, re-rolled it, and got headset, and he
then
was able to
pillars.
Let's treat all the Drone Man. I don't know.
Hold on.
Was gonna be the Clover as well.
Why didn't he get first with that?
Because I died 3 times, man. I'm just gonna take bad at this game.
Yeah.
No, but that's for funny. What did I die to? I died to my backup.
Oh yeah.
I died to on the magma worm, and then I died on the fight, but that didn't matter. Yeah, the backup kind of goes hard.
So Zink, you had egg from rerolls on equipment.
Yep.
Kay, why didn't you reroll the equipments to get the egg? I guess is the question.
Didn't have fuel cell.
It was 2. I didn't have the fuel cell, and I kind of didn't want to.
Okay.
I could have.
You can skip without fuel cell, but it would take a long time. I know that too.
I was just
time.
One part of that, and also I would have needed to wait longer for the recycler.
It's fair. I was just
I
was curious about that going in.
What pillar skip? Man, I can't have that set, you know.
No, I mean, well, Sync. You skip.
I did egg skip, yeah. Egg fuel cell.
It was like the third equipment reroll or second, something like that.
Second.
Yeah. So it didn't take that much to get it on stage 5, but I guess everyone else was just focused on rerolling other things.
No, so, you have the recycler.
I didn't find any equipment.
Yeah, we didn't reroll.
I mean, there's the gun. You recycle. I rerolled my immediate gun, and then I went to a chance shrine, and there was a tri-shot as well as another equipment barrel. It was quite a lot.
Zink gave up his
recycler after TP.
Turf is slow.
Egg is fast. overall, it was a good loadout. Not too bad. We got everything you needed by the end, so thumbs up. Wasn't too painful going through.
Mhm.
We saw, interestingly, that red team, you guys were desynced a little bit. Like, K was going up or going ahead a little bit, while Zinc, you seemed to be looting more. But blue team was, like, together synced up the whole time. So there's, like, interesting approaches and kind of how you've been, like, scouting and doing things, it looks like.
I mean, there was no tactic aside. It just sort of happened.
Yeah, I'm just,
I'll say that.
as it goes. But the standings are 10 with red team with 8 to blue team. So I think blue team, you need to step it up on this
Yeah.
one. I think you need to get first and second or something. So, or first and
Can you
third.
throw
First and
this one,
third for a
Sync?
tie.
First and third, you get a tie, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Any throwers?
Ooh, a loader
Uh,
throw. I could do a good loader throw.
Let's
Haven't done one in a
go.
while.
Yeah, for blue team to get into first to win or a tie, they need to beat Zinc. So good luck. I'll see you guys after.
Easy.
Good luck.
This is
Good
gonna be
luck.
good.
Do we have bans on this loader? We do not.
No, just gotta
We
go.
got sulfur pools again and abyssal depths again. Okay.
It's time, dude. Log in. All right, so loader. This is the Thunder Punch loader, so obviously not the specific loadout we want, but we do have a pylon. We do have the damage grapple, but they're gonna have to find some way to use that Thunder Punch for Mythos. Glacial Stone Golem Horde for the start here. Not as good.
Ooh.
Kind of a little bit of a rough start. There's a focus
Rough.
crystal and a multi-shop as well. Looks like everyone has found that, or both teams rather. And blue team's going for that
Very
right before the start.
very fast loadout here. You can see K just immediately hitting teleporter.
K dies
and that is
instantly?
a death. That's kind of what happens though.
That is not very surprising to me in a way, though, because it seems like whenever there is a horde of many on Siphon Forest, someone dies, at least one person dies, and statistically, K has died a lot from the horde of many on Siphon Forest. A little bit
He
rough
struggles
here.
with the
I mean,
stage
even
with
Zinc
bosses.
is in a tough spot right now. So this is what's happening as well on blue team. Faku's like, hey, it's a horde of many. And Ruddy's like, all right, I'm going to try to get something then before I start. Because, like,
Yeah.
there's no reason for me to do that right now.
I wonder if hitting a mountain shrine here would actually be beneficial.
It might actually. Yeah. It could.
Oh,
Oh
and that is
my
a death
God.
for Faku.
Dude, what am I? So this is why Thunder Punch is not preferred by anyone who plays Eclipse 8 Racing, it seems like. You slam into the enemy, and then you get momentum locked into standing right in front of the enemy, and the Glacial Golem just fucking clapped Faku to death. So, and that's what will happen in Mithrix as well, by the way. Unless you get some way to avoid that happening. More backup mags to get yourself out of it, or feathers, or a ton of opals, or saver spaces, or something like that. Good
That's
job
gotta
for
be
Sync and Ruddy for not dying, though.
yeah, it's gotta be super tilting for both teams though. Like if you're K, you're thinking, man, I'm not playing very well today. I'm gonna fucking lose this for my team. And then if you're Faku, you're probably thinking the exact same thing.
What's really rough, too, is that statistically, we've seen that Faku and Zinc are like very, very good loaders. And so blue team was probably thinking, okay, we need to get Faku to beat Zinc. And now that he's died, all the pressure is now on Ruddy to beat Zinc. So he's got to step it up. And I'm not saying he can't do it. It's
Whoa.
just like traditionally, Zinc has been a very, very good loader. So, and they speed run loader a lot.
Speaking of speedrunning, K on the stage 2 teleporter.
Already, I mean, he's going, man. This is a little bit tougher than I thought it was going to be for these guys, but Thunder Punch. I mean, if they had Charge Punch, I don't think that Horde would have been really
Ooh.
that much of a problem. Just kind of pierce all of them. Do full damage to everybody.
We got a safer spaces on stage 2, I think.
Oh, very good. Okay. So blue team's just hoping that red team doesn't find that one. I think they will,
Yeah.
though. We'll see. Oh, that punch on K was not preferred. He's gonna have to... Good block by the teleporter.
Well done.
And that's something that I see a lot of people mess up when they're in that position as well. They immediately go for the teleporter prong, and then they get hit by all the other enemies when they're standing still. But K actually spent a while dodging before he went to the spot. He was pretty confident on it. You gotta do that. You gotta be careful. Other enemies are there. They will kill you.
I'm watching Ruddy to see where this safer spaces is.
I'm surprised Ruddy hasn't left stage 1 yet. He's really looking for something to help him out here, but I don't know. Was Zinc
Healing drones.
kind of flying through stage 2 already? He's got to do something. He's got
He
to start
does.
flying if he wants to get in first. Very tough situation. I mean, the thing is, I guess anyone could die. They can Thunder Punch the wrong way and get blasted, so gotta be careful.
I don't know if red team is going to find the safer spaces, though.
They might not. They might just be trying to go too fast to look for it.
Yeah.
It's on the inside
It's
the
kinda
map, so
hidden.
they're not going to go for it, I don't think, unless they saw it
Yeah.
previously.
That's a big advantage for blue team.
It'd be really good for Mythics as well, and they just can Thunder Punch safely is basically the thing.
Red team, K getting some watches. And a Uke. Uke is awesome on loader.
Oh yeah.
That's AoE solved.
All right, and red team looks like they're out. They're just gonna get these two things.
Ruddy
There's a
starting
watch
teleporter.
printer, stage 3. Okay. That's pretty good. There's a gun in a multi-shop as well, which isn't great, but maybe they can get like a Murph stage 4 or something if they wanted it. I didn't really think they're gonna spend the money on it though. That's the thing. They're looking for... What are they looking for an equipment? Maybe an elephant so they could punch safely, or damage equipment like a ocular HUD,
Yeah.
something like
I'd be
that.
looking for an ocular HUD.
Just something to end the fight quickly.
Maybe a blast shower. You find
Another
bans
focus
later on.
crystal as well. Zinc is going TP to TP, man. He's, as he does with Loader, he's got the build that he wants. He's got watches. He's got focus crystals, AoE. He's got Opal. I think he's just kind of looking for a little bit of healing. But he has the healing drone, so he's not really too worried about it right now.
Yeah.
And another Uke from TP.
Beautiful. And is that another safer spaces, or was that a tougher times? I couldn't tell.
I can tell you there. If it is another saber spaces, that does open the door for red team to get it. But
Yeah.
we'll see.
Red team playing with a lot of confidence right now.
I mean, they have to. If they want to... Well, they don't have to, actually, but I think what they're doing right now is K died, right? So in red team's mind, they're like, hey, if we don't get, like, really good times here, like, blue team can come back. So Zinc's like, all right, I'll try my best to really throw it at the wall and see what we get. Not lose, but, you know, just throw everything we can in, and hopefully we get the first here just to stop them.
And Ruddy still looting on stage 2. Finding a
He's
card.
looting a lot, yeah. Actually.
Which, you know, if Zinc dies, easy win for Ruddy. That is kind of the risk of going really fast here. You run the risk of dying, especially on Mythrix. But, it's been working out so far.
It's also like partly a confidence thing as well. I said Zinc plays a lot of loader. So this is not anything that's too out of the ordinary when you're speed running so much.
Ooh,
Yeah, the saber spaces was at the very start of stage 3, so red team has it as well, which
blue
is
team using
not
even more ground.
not what blue team wants to see. They really wanted there to be only one safer spaces this run, and it be the
Yeah.
one that they got. So
Well, the Zinc with Opal and safer spaces and at the speed he's going, it's going to be tough to kill him.
it's hard, man.
Finding a wood sprite, thinking about it. Keeping the Gubo, though.
Interesting.
Zinc is
Seeing the Gubo be taking so much here, but it does pull a lot of aggro off of you, especially during the TP events and stuff, and it does kind of help with clearing the free spawns and stuff. And there's a Dio's, there's a pluripotent larva on stage 4, so
uh-oh.
the hope of Zinc dying and plus 5ing now is man, it was already slim. Oh man, but he might die here right now, so who knows?
Oh yeah, this is
He's actually having to
looking
leave
scary.
TP a bit.
Almost broke watches there.
Which is like, you think when someone goes TP to TP that they shouldn't leave TP at all or something, or you feel like they don't, but even players like Zinc knowing to leave TP when you need to walk away. Very important. If you greed too much, it's going to be tough for you. Though Zinc did leave some Void Infestors alive, which could come
Ooh.
back to bite him.
There's a bunch of gups there.
It could spread to them. It hasn't yet. There's one
I think it
Lemurian.
got,
Okay.
yeah. Got somebody else.
Looks like Zinc just went for the gups instead. Ready
Blue
almost
team
done
is
with
like a stage behind.
yeah. Ready's almost done with stage 3, but Zinc's almost done with stage 4. So it's hard if you're Zinc, right? Because like if you die, you get polyloot, but you lose all those watches, so you don't really want to die. But if you do, it's not the end of the world. I don't know. It's hard because you have the focus crystals and watches, which are usually a more consistent combo anyway.
Chrono Bobble in the lockbox. Not amazing.
I wouldn't say so. Looks like there's a little bit of speed next to TP, which help a little bit with pizza. Ruddy's still
now
looting
has-
stage 3 though. It's tough.
He does now have gas ignition tank, which will help on this teleporter, but I'm worrying.
I'm worried too, dude. I don't know.
He is gonna find the Dio.
And Zinc finds Vase even, which not that he needs it as loader, but it will save him even more time. So that's hard.
I want to see Ruddy hit this teleporter. Going for the Dio first.
I think just about everyone did that. Also, he knew what it was, but a triple Void Seed stage 5, by the way. There's no loot here for anybody.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No chance they're clearing that.
Seeing the full list on the right side reach like the middle of the screen is absolutely insane. Like, wow. Insane.
Red team's still a full teleporter ahead.
If there was like really a sign to stop the players from looting as loader, it would be the 34 enemy triple void seed probably.
Yeah.
Like, hey, leave. You are a loader. I wonder how problematic it's gonna be to have all those enemies come in on TP and start
Yeah, that's
blasting
what I'm thinking.
though.
Ooh. Okay.
It's alright.
I see collapse, and I never know. It either does 2 damage or 2 million.
Yeah,
There's no in
unfortunately,
between.
the enemies here that were attacking him don't seem to do too much base damage. So we're okay.
We are going to see a bandless Mithrix fight, so this might take a minute.
I think it'll take less time than most people think, but it's going to take longer than the band fight loaders for sure that we usually get. But it's going to be pretty quick, pretty speedy. Unless Ruddy finds some like secret band printer. Even then, I don't even know if he can catch up, to be honest, at this point.
I think
So
no, but I think a crowbar printer would also be really big. It would save a ton of time in phase 2.
it would be kind of nice, yeah. But I mean, all of this area, red team has already looted. And the bad thing here too is that Faku has not looted any of this. So it's like Reddy is kind of going in blind with what he's expecting to find here. And he's
Yeah,
just kind of looting. He should
not
be
really
kind of
getting a lot.
leaving.
He has 4 healing drones right now, which I think is a little excessive.
Maybe a bit. And look at that. He didn't find any items that were good, and he did not find the vase either. So
Yeah,
all of that time was just absolutely wasted if he wanted to try to beat Zinc, who was in the fight, by the way. And now Ruddy has to do all of stage 5. He's
I
behind by a
think
full stage.
we're looking for a Zinc death at this point.
We're looking for 2 Zinc deaths at this point. It's the only way.
Really? I think Ruddy could still win. He's
We
hitting
have
teleporter immediately here.
Pluripotent Larva.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
There's no
You're
way.
right.
Like,
And then if he does die, he honestly, taking the death here might be a good play because you get double poly loot.
maybe, but
I
those
might just keep the
watches.
death. Oh,
I
that's
don't
true.
know.
I don't know.
Okay, up to the fight as well. That has a +5, but I mean, that vase, man. A little
Faku
tough.
now on the moon. We could be looking at a first and second for red team here.
Honestly, yeah. K is behind by 5 minutes, but how far behind is Ruddy, really?
Yeah. Faku also
That's,
has a +5.
yeah, it's tough. I'm just kind of holding my breath and, and watching. Zing is almost on phase 1, so we'll see how fast this phase 2 is. It shouldn't be too long. Zing has been
Nice.
doing pretty well with the punch, actually, the Thunder Punch. Spacing himself well enough when he activates it so that he gets good contact. K has been missing a few because it is just an unnatural feeling. Because usually when you're using Charge Punch, you're charging your punch way beforehand. With this one, you can't really do that. So Sync likes to use his vase a lot in combat as well. You don't really see people use all that often.
Yeah, I'm just noticing that. It's very
He's done it pretty
creative.
much every loadout as well. You can like charge your punch in vase and then get out of it. All right, Ruddy is on the moon, but that's tough.
And it's not even like Ruddy is going that slow because getting to the moon 17 minutes is still good. It's just Zinc is playing super fast right now.
Yeah, to be clear, Ruddy is a very excellent player and would probably beat everyone in chat right now. So it's a hard situation to be in. Ruddy setting up
Especially, yeah.
the host skip for loader, getting the good spot, very clean, not needing multiple attempts on that one. All right, but Zinc about to enter phase 3. Ruddy about to enter phase 1. I think Zinc would have to die twice for blue team to have a chance here.
Oh, yeah. And it is loader, so there's not going to be any cheeky fall damage deaths or anything like
Nope.
that. It would have to be pizza.
Pretty much.
And even like right now, I think he could tank a hit of pizza. It's so early.
Maybe. I don't know about a full hit of pizza. I personally don't think so, but maybe. K dying again. That means that he does get the poly loot, so we'll see. He does lose 3 watches. Zinc
Oh,
dying
okay.
and
There's
getting
one.
his poly loots. If he gets hit by pizza right now, he will die. So he's
He has
got
opal.
not a half health. It
I don't
wouldn't
know.
live. No,
I don't know. Mentor is only level 21 though.
there's no way. He does a lot of damage.
Okay, well, a little bit more interesting now.
If Zinc gets hit, he does have saver spaces now though, so he's fine. He could even eat a full slice of pizza here. He's chilling. Thing is, you pretty much have to go for the Thunder Punch during pizza and get the bounce off, and then try to recover with your grapple from that point.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you have to be as aggressive as you can. There's not going to be any phase 4 skipping here. Sync is in phase 4. All right. If Zinc lives through phase 4, it looks like... Oh, okay, dies of pizza, unfortunately. So all it takes is a slice, brother. And there we go. Zinc does get the win. I don't think he's going to die on a ship. I say hesitantly, but...
What a quick run. Yeah, no way.
Really good attempts from everybody, though. It's just hard to beat, man. That stage 1 threw everyone for a loop.
I think they're going to end up tying again.
We'll see.
But
But
it
Zinc
doesn't
does get
matter.
first.
As long as Zinc is in
If...
first.
Yeah. It's crazy. Faku in phase 4 right now. Let's see if he can live through phase 4. He's had trouble with that today. K dying again to Mithrix,
Oh,
actually.
that was so sad. Mithrix has 7 health. Oh, he leveled up.
Fortunately, Faku set up with the saver spaces bug and pretty much able to smack him around. Which would have helped earlier in the other runs today, but no saver spaces a bunch. And Sing is already done. Already off. Beautiful. Sync whenever you load out? No. Faku want to load out earlier. The second one.
And Reddy's the last one.
It's tough. At least he didn't die, though. He's the only one that didn't die at all during the slowdown. Everyone at least popped a pluripotent larva. So, I mean, not that Reddy's done yet, but that counts for something. Okay, we can bring in red team. It doesn't even matter how many more times K dies, I don't think, here.
No.
So red team is up to. Hello, red team.
Hello.
So Zinc, you got first. Congratulations.
Yay.
K, I think you got fourth, but we'll find out. In a minute, I guess. how was the Loader Run Stage 1 boss fight for you guys?
It was a bit tough. I
Little
don't
bit?
know how that guy flicked me, like, as soon as it happened. Like, I literally did the thing where you walk in a circle, they can't hit you, and then he just hit you. And that's just not fair.
Yeah,
So, it was more
I didn't know
right
Loader was
away than I
active.
wanted it to.
That threw me for a loop too, because I thought that was like a position on the map where it would be pretty easy to not get a horde and stuff,
Yeah.
but I was like, wow, I guess we are just hording up. But good job on the final loadout. That was fun to watch. That was quite good. No bans though, unfortunately, but didn't really need them. So
No. Real damage.
had watches and focusers from stage 1 onwards, so
Hmm.
Oh,
don't worry, everybody's not dying yet.
at this point, I think it'd be worth it to just like take the death, get your polyloots here. I guess
Positives are worse
Mithrix
than
is
watches.
about dead though.
It's over.
Yeah.
He's setting up safer spaces. But yeah, congrats on Red Team for winning
Yeah,
today.
congrats on Zinc for winning Zolo.
the
Crazy, actually.
the huge carry. But seriously, congrats. You guys are good. It was fun to watch. So everyone give him a hand. Red
Nice.
Team, Zinc, and K. Thumbs up. Beautiful.
clap.
Thumbs up.
And as
Zinc's
Reddy
just too
finishes
good.
up here, we'll bring in Blue Team as well. Unfortunately, it was the first loadout of the day actually that really got you guys in the lead, getting first and
That's
third,
true.
because you guys just tied it up. Apart from that, so it was just specifically that one. So good job. Let's bring them in right now. Hello, Blue Team.
Hello.
Hello. So you guys got second and third, which
Yeah.
does mean this loadout was a tie, which means that you got in second overall today.
It was close.
It was very close. It was
Was it?
really, it
Yeah.
was really the
Both
stage
teams had
1
people. Mhm.
teleporter, honestly. But yeah.
K also died. The stage 1 teleporter.
Mm-hmm.
It's a wash.
It was tough. But it was like, this was another loadout that you guys tied in. So it really was only one loadout today that you guys was different. And it was the loadout 1 where Red Team just got 2 more points. And that was all.
Damn.
And it was pretty even the rest of the day. So fun to watch. Regardless, give Blue Team a clap. They did good today. Fun to watch as well. GG's to everyone today, actually. Good team
GG's.
win.
GG's.
GG.
Well played.
Zinc diff.
Sing this Sing guy, he doesn't want to throw.
That's unfair. Next
No,
time we do like
I forgot to throw,
Zinc
my
against,
bad. I was
Zinc
like, oh.
against us three.
Yeah.
It's hard to win it when it's 3 firsts in 1 second.
I mean, honestly,
I tried my best giving you a chance. You know, it's sorry.
even if it was
Yeah.
3v1, Zinc would have only barely lost by 2 points.
Mhm.
Imagine not winning Zinc. That's crazy.
What the hell?
Regardless, GG to everyone who played today. If you guys want to know when the next loadout race is going to be, make sure you join our Discord. That's going to be the best way to find out when it's going to be, because it's different all the time, because we have people from all around the world joining in all different times and whatever. So thumbs up. I'll tell you when the next one is. If you want to check out any of the other loadout races we've had, any of the ones from the past year that we've done this every week for, go to our YouTube. That's going to be the best way to find other ones. If you guys want to play with the mod, a public version of the mod, so play with your friends, mess around, or practice or anything like that, you can download our mod. Just search up Discover Resources on the Thunderstore or R2 Mod Manager. If you want to use that mod and start, speedrunning on the official speedrun.com Gauntlet leaderboard that we have, and you can go do that too. Just go to speedrun.com, Risk of Rain 2, and go to Gauntlet. That's going to be the best way to start competing and taking out Ruddy's world records that he has 10 of or something. I don't know. Out of 13 characters, steal them. Give him a challenge. And if you guys want to apply to be a racer yourselves, go to riskofresources.com/rules and you can apply there. We've had a few people apply recently, and a few people are getting on the team, starting to scrim and stuff like that. So give it a shot. Send in your application and start scrimming. And you can be up here on the big screen as well and lose into zinc or something. I don't know. Anyway, have a good day, everybody. Thanks for